We're in for a wild night.
Welcome everybody to episode 122 of Born to be Wild, a Wild exclusive Hearthstone podcast where we have fun hanging out with friends, talking about the Wild format of Hearthstone and spotlighting members of the Wild community. I'm your host, as always, Nate Wolf. It is great to be back on a beautiful summer, almost fall, Friday evening here, joining you from Portland, Oregon. And yeah, I'm really happy to be back. We missed y'all last week. I was off in Hawaii, but fortunately, and big shout out and thank you to our good friend Blue Train for carrying the torch while we were away. Really appreciate that. And I had a great time listening to the show instead of participating in it. And so that was great. Really had a good time listening. And there was the whole drama about the rune stones and we'll see how that all plays out, but it was good to kind of hear about it and get different perspective. But anyways, it's great to be back this week. I'm joined by three of my favorite people. Yes, we have a special guest joining us tonight. So all the way from the Fighting Pit, welcome to the show, ZombiesGoNomNom. How are you?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, everybody? So I'm Zombies. I'm a Mercs creator, but I've been playing Wild since Wild first became a thing, back when everyone was waiting for Secret Paladin to rotate out of Standard. But I've really gotten a little bit more involved in the Wild format and community in the last year or two. And more recently, it's been really, really fun. And like Nate mentioned, I run my own show for Mercs, Fighting Pit Podcast, focus on PvP stuff, but we kind of cover all things mercenaries. I always love tuning into this show. I haven't been able to the last few weeks because it's been my recording times have been all over the place, but I was super excited to come on this week. And the production on the show is so awesome, and the passion you guys all have, it's really inspiring. So really excited to be on as a guest.
Thank you so much. We hang out in the same circles too, and it's great to be able to hang out on the air on the show as well. It's kind of in the background, and so I love your content as well. And you're sitting here with a new Cthulhu hero out and getting stuck on the levels. I'm let me go check the YouTube and see how am I supposed to do this one. So very excited to have you.
I haven't done any of that Cthulhu stuff yet, so maybe I should check all that stuff out.
You got to do it before it's gone, because
there's only a couple more days left, right? Yep.
Yeah, because you get the diamond portrait for free,
Tuesday?
And if you don't, then you got to try to get it from packs, and the pack opening rates really suck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's really hard. Yeah, if you don't get it during the event, you're gonna have a much harder time getting it. So they're all pretty easy this time around.
Yeah,
for the most part.
I did them pretty fast. I did them all throughout a couple of days, I think. So they're doable. They're not too bad.
Good to know.
Anyways, welcome back, Hydra. How are you?
Hey, good evening, everyone.
We like your beard, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. And that's the food.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I grew it myself. Glad to see all you guys coming at you from the greater Vancouver area, just like always, just fresh off of getting one of my COVID boosters an hour and a half ago. Arm doesn't hurt, so but
feel it in the morning.
Yeah, the last time both my wife and I felt like we were crippled by it, somebody hit us with a baseball bat in the arms and we couldn't move them. So I don't know, each time it seems to be different, because the time before that I didn't have any sort of after effects, so we'll see. But just happy to be here. Whenever we miss an episode, it feels like it's forever for some reason.
Yeah.
And but it was really cool that Blue Train did the show last week. I was on a date night with my wife, and it was really funny. She went to the washroom, and I tuned in on my phone on Twitch, and Blue Train gives me heck during the show. He's like, "What are you doing? Aren't you on a date with your wife?" He's like, "Turn off your phone." I was like, no, she's in the bathroom. It's okay. But it was really good. Thanks, Blue Train, for filling in, and that was just absolutely awesome. I listened to it, and it was great. So,
it's very impressive to do a solo podcast for an hour, talking by yourself for an hour. I remember when Top Deck Kings when Tell left and it was just Cream Puff, trying to talk for an hour solo is really hard. So,
Yeah.
it
I
was.
can't even imagine.
Yeah, no, if I did that, it'd be like I could probably do it for like 10, 15 minutes. I'd just like jam through everything and then be done. All right, bye.
Like
So-
Guy Grumpy was doing that too, right? With the Happy
For a little
Hearthstone.
bit, the Happy
uh,
Hearthstone.
So there were
Until Noodle Swoop joined the team as well.
I'd
Yes.
worry about being like in a echo chamber, right? That like I'm just gonna say what I think, but half the fun of the show is hearing other opinions and getting the kind of the banter,
Yeah.
I mean, Blue Train's really good at bantering with himself.
Funny because it's true.
So he's used to doing that on his streams anyway. So
great.
I think it just worked.
It was very good though. Anyways, well, I'm glad to see you. Sheep, welcome back. How are you this week?
Meowdy friends. I'm doing fantastic. And of course, greetings from the greater Denver area. I've been doing, tons of work like usual and doing a lot of grad school stuff. Just am, about 3/4 of the way through week 3, which is kicking rad. Actually, my discussion post this week was about Hearthstone itself too, which was pretty cool.
We saw the preview. It was so great.
I loved it.
Yeah, so this week I had to read like an entire statistics textbook,
Oh boy.
like the whole thing, and we got to do whatchamacallit, hypothesis testing to see like, formulate a hypothesis, say what your null hypothesis is and what your alternative, blah blah blah, other random school stuff. And I was like, well, I will do mine about whether or not I should play this one card in my deck. It was for standard, Theo and Implock. Turns out, no, you should not run Theotar in your Implock. But I tested it, which was pretty cool.
That's great
So-
though. It's did anyone else know what you were talking about, or they're like, "What is this, you nerd?"
So they weren't actually due until Thursday, but that's when my THL match was, which I was, doing the statistical analysis to for. So someone actually has already responded to it and been like, oh hey, this reminds me whenever I played Magic. We just put
Nice.
powerful cards in our decks, but like people who actually knew what they were doing did what you did. And it's like, oh
Yep.
cool.
That's pretty sweet. I have to do a project on statistics. What do I know that involves statistics?
Exactly. I actually did it so I sat down the first night to do a completely different thing about Hearthstone, which would have, actually benefited me a lot more. And then it just didn't work with hypothesis testing, which, it's no fun because we have to limit it to one variable. So it's like, okay,
Oh,
yeah. So I had to switch course, but it still worked out great.
Sounds like it.
you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
but-
do like some kind of like thesis though, right? Like master's thesis, yeah, or is that for a doctorate? I don't recall.
It depends on the program. Mine has a capstone course at the very end of it.
Yeah.
So it's different.
I did.
Just depends on the program.
I did a different type of deal. Yeah. So, anyways, well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Working Hearthstone into your daily life. That's great. So, well, exciting. The ladder just reset a couple days. Well, yesterday.
Mhm.
Yesterday, I kept my 11. Was very happy about that. I ended around 250, I think. So
Nice.
that was cool. Zombies, you were pushing for leaderboards, right?
Yeah, I got my first finish, which was kind of cool. I've never really gone for it
Nice.
before, but I think I finished like 173, I want to say.
Like a
It's,
boss.
I had a really good climb with Copper Hunter. Everything just went right that day. That was probably the I think I was playing well, but just you just have one of those days where you just can't lose games. I think I went 24-6 or something.
Holy
it
cow! All right.
it just was farming people. There are a few games in there that just should have been losses and just fumbled my way through it. It was just everything that could go right went right. But then I decayed down to 200, so I had to climb a little bit at the last day, but I was able to make it, which was nice.
A leaderboard finish. Pretty soon. I guess this month it will be. We will all have leaderboard finishes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I wanted to sneak it in just before that, before the time ran out.
That's great.
Honorable mention of someone who's not here right now, but former co-host of the show, Craig of Canada, actually did hit Legend on August 30th.
Right?
Nice.
That's super awesome after taking, like a year
2
off
years,
or something? 2 years off? Wow.
2 years, because he was gone from July 2020 is when I ended up taking over for him on the show. So it was 2 years.
That's crazy to come back and then hit, because he would have like no star bonus, right?
Yeah.
You have like nothing, yeah. If
Like
you
the
haven't
2
done it in a
stars you
while.
get, and that just gets you out of
It's so slow.
copper or whatever it's called.
Yeah, bronze.
Bronze.
It's bad. It's bad. I got you
just said
thinking with
copper
the hunter,
so I had
yeah.
copper in my head.
He used Cream Puff's Renathal Kingsbane. So
Oh, that's sweet.
It's pretty
I ran
fun.
into Green Puff playing that this season. Actually, I was playing a little. I ran into him with that. He had a new spicy tech. That
I
think
saw.
kind of Ibis. He was running that I think it's a neutral legendary. I've only ever seen it in Druid that it gets bigger or gets Divine Shield or Taunt or some other stuff depending on like uses your unused mana.
Mhm.
And I was just like, wait, that's in the deck?
Yeah, I remember now.
I was so confused.
How is he running that in Rogue? That's a druid card.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's always weird. I mean, I love when the ladder resets because it's time to like really grind again, but it's hard when it resets in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
I've been running off fumes all week, like 3-4 hours of sleep every night because I've just been burning the candle at both ends. I'm so happy it's the weekend now that I can try to recharge a little bit and hopefully do the legend climb this weekend. I have no idea what to play. I'm so confused right now. Like I tried probably going to end up using like the Reno Renathal Shadow Priest.
That's what I've been playing. It's fun.
It's good.
It's
It
fun.
is.
Mirrors are though.
It's fun, but like
Yeah.
the random aspect of it, like I just don't like it.
Like if you're playing like a thief version.
That's the
It-
fun
it
part
is.
for me.
That's
Yeah.
the best version.
You know,
yeah. I
it's-
love
That's
that.
what Memnarch plays, right?
Yeah, so there's 3 versions, right? They're almost identical. I've got Hijo's version, and then NHL made a version, and then Memnarch made a version, and they're all very similar. I'm using NHL's because it runs Theo, and I like Theo.
The others not have Theo?
I don't
Memnarch's
think,
does.
I don't think
Theo is
that.
core.
I know Memnarch's does because I was just playing it.
Yeah, I think it's Hijo's that doesn't. They're so similar. They're like 1 or 2 cards off, right? They just tweaked very slightly. It's kind of a thief
Yeah.
version, and it's really fun. It's really fun. My problem is when I start playing after, like, I don't know, after everybody goes to bed, after anything after 10 p.m. is like questionable, and then anything after midnight is just bad. And that's like when I've been playing this week. And so, I mean, I don't know. It's only a little bit here and there, but that's kind of what I do in between like works and projects and stuff to try to like keep sane. And so I'm excited to kind of grind over the weekend. Zombies and I were in the Discord the other day chatting, and then all of a sudden it was it was about 1:30 my time. Was it almost like 4 a.m. for you?
Yeah, I'm East Coast, so my sleep's all over the place. I've
Wow.
been a night owl for a little bit,
I mean,
while now.
Had a great time chatting. I ended up playing a bunch of mercs and went.
You must have been a zombie the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was hungry
Good
too.
one.
Wow. So yeah,
I'm sorry.
having fun with mercs
help
actually.
ourselves.
My rank in mercs was 0, like just 0, and I went from 0 to 7,500 in 2 days, and it was fun. It was good. We'll keep playing it just to do it. I've been playing like that Naga comp, which is really fun. But this is a wild show, so we should talk about wild, I suppose. But whatever. Have any of you started laddering yet?
A little bit.
I only played a little bit of the Renathal Shadow Priest. That's about it so far.
I tried the I think it was Cubby. I'm probably saying it wrong. Kubi?
QB. I thought it was Cubby too. But it's QB apparently.
It's QB.
Oh, mistakes were made. The Reno Renathal.
Oh, the
Druid. It's really fun. It's really fun also. I really enjoy it. It's just
you can.
Sometimes you end up we'll see if Guff can dodge another nerf or not. I was hoping that we would have an announcement today, but I haven't seen anything posted yet, so it's fun, except when you end up with all like 10 cost cards in your hand and Guff on the bottom of your deck. But it's really fun. I played a couple games. There was one that was really memorable against somebody who was like just massive power cycle Mechathune. They got themselves down to 10 health, and I Denathrius for lethal, and it was like
Nice.
and I had top decked it like the turn before, and it started at like 7 or 8.
Decker.
Ran 2 things in and hit for exact lethal, and it was like, well. But, the deck is fun, and I'm having fun. I barely played so far, but now is the time to, like, really climb, and that's
experiment, right? Like, just try some stuff out, like, before you hit Legend and whatnot. That's the way I view it a lot of the time.
That's, you know what? When I really am like, more comfortable experimenting is on the climb, especially before, like, anything before D5 can kind of climb with anything, especially with the 11X. It doesn't even matter that much.
Oh, it's OP, man. It's my first 11X. I've never had it before.
Oh, dude.
Congratulations.
It's OP. Like climbing, I will say the part of climbing that is way better is from D5 to Legend, because you get the 2 stars. It just makes it so much better. I'm afraid a little bit when I start playing janky decks, like my win rate is a lot lower, and then you decay faster. Like the better your win rate, you decay less, but like whatever. You just want to, if you want to keep it, like you're safe. I don't know. It's arguable, right? But top 200, top 300, like
250, a bit above there. I think it depends how many total legends there are, if I'm correct. From what
it does. It does. Yeah. I lost it before. I think I was like 3. It was under 350, and I lost it. But it was a month when like nobody was playing. It was like right before the expansion dropped, and for sure I thought that I was safe, and I was not safe. And then I had to earn it back, and it was rough. It is fine, Anyways, congrats on your first 11. It's very cool. Anyways,
it's hype. I'm enjoying it. The format's really great right now, in my opinion. Like I've really been loving this set.
I actually think it's pretty good. There's a lot to play. I mean, I think
much variety.
Like, there's a lot of Renathal. I know how Blue Train feels about that. And as an aggro player, it's kind of rough. But then again, we have Craig and Cream Puff over here with like Renathal Kingsbane, and so the idea that you can play like an aggro deck with Renathal on it as well is interesting to me.
Kind of funny,
right?
It is really, because it's like the opposite of kind of like thinning your deck.
Yeah,
it's
until literally this instant, I hadn't thought about crafting an aggro druid with Renathal in it, but I'm gonna try that now. It's gonna be terrible, but I'm gonna have fun.
I made a Reno Renathal Secret Mage. It was very bad. So, anyways, we have a fun show tonight, and we're gonna be looking for some audience participation, I think, because the scope of what we're talking about is so massive that we're gonna need some help, and it should be a lot of fun, and we'll get into it momentarily.
Yeah, buddy. So, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome aboard. Let me briefly explain how the show works. We record this podcast live every Friday evening at twitch.tv/BornToBeWildHS. And the video version of this podcast is then posted to YouTube shortly thereafter. Audio versions are also distributed to all of the podcast apps. So, however you're watching, listening, absorbing via osmosis this podcast today, thank you. Yes. You.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much to everyone that's joining us here live on Twitch. We really appreciate you, especially tonight. We're going to need some interaction, so I'm looking forward to that. But before we get into the meat of the show, I wanted to say a big, gigantic thank you to Shokunin, the executive producer of our show, and to all of our patrons. Thank you so much for your assistance, your backing. Your support means the world to us, and we really appreciate it. If you're interested in supporting our show at all, there's a couple quick ways that you can do this. Just by liking, commenting, subscribing to our stuff on YouTube just helps other people to find us. Or if you're interested in leaving us a review on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or whatever, that also helps other people find us. If you are someone who's watching live on Twitch, we do have some emotes, some that you can unlock for free just by following, some that you can unlock by subscribing, which is free if you have Amazon Prime.
Keep it this month too, September.
Hooray! Yeah, it just started over, didn't it? And we do have some merch. The merch turned out really well. I'm really excited about it. We got a couple pictures this week of these two beautiful people. Look, this Schmoopy Daddy and Schmoopy Mommy with some Born to Be Wild shirts. They're wonderful.
Great.
They turned out so
Two
good.
absolute legends,
Right?
These look great.
That is great. I love it.
I love seeing the shirts. I was really happy with the quality. On
they
these,
look really nice.
Hey,
Yep.
wow, what? I'm sorry, I'm not wearing mine tonight. But anyways, shameless content plug. If you're interested in checking this stuff out, we try to keep the price really reasonable. It's like $20 for a shirt, and there's a bunch of different designs. If you go to our website, it's borntobewildhs.com. There's links to all of that stuff. There's a Patreon if y'all are interested in supporting that way, and some other things. But again, borntobewildhs.com. All of the links to all of our stuff, including like the YouTube and all of the lore episodes, all of our parody songs, and all the other stuff. It's all there, so check it out. Yeah, okay. That's the shameless content plug. So, what we've got a cool little interactive thing tonight, but there is a little bit of news. Hydra, I believe, got an email that I don't think the rest of us probably got. I'm a little bit jealous.
Well, I've been the one who's jealous the entire time because you've been getting the surveys.
Mm-hmm. I got a Battlegrounds one a while back. They still haven't implemented the thing that they showed, which I'm a little bummed about, but whatever.
Interesting.
Anyways.
I guess maybe it's still coming. I don't know.
But yeah, so for Runestone money first.
the only others, yeah, right. I did a survey in Diablo Immortal, but I don't know if that's just like everybody got one at that point in time. But I got my first Hearthstone survey, and hooray! I was very, very happy.
Are you allowed to talk about it?
There was nothing saying, so I read through it. There was nothing saying that I couldn't talk about it.
Okay.
There you go.
So basically the idea was they just want to improve their games, events, merchandise, services, that kind of thing. They said it was going to take 5 to 10 minutes. That was not the case. My wife was like, my wife said, "Hey, can I play Beat Saber?" And I was like, "Yes, you can." As soon as I finish this survey on the computer, it's only going to take me 5 to 10 minutes. Like 30, 40 minutes later, I'm like, I swear I'm almost done, honey.
Insert SpongeBob 3 hours later.
Basically, they asked a lot about the best way to advertise different expansions and things coming into the game. So they were asking about the timing. Is 4 to 6 weeks a good amount to release, their teaser trailer, and then maybe the other trailer at around 3 to 4 weeks? When should we start revealing cards? Is it, sort of do it with the drip feed or right at the end? Those kind of questions.
That's cool.
They were asking a lot about where do you get your information from when there's a new expansion? Do you get it from the Hearthstone website, or do you get it from Discord, or you get it from Twitter, or do you get it from something like Icy Veins or Hearthpwn or other cards, that kind of thing? And so obviously, I'm just honest.
I get it all from Born to Be Wild. You should check them out.
Where else should I get it?
Yeah. That's funny because they also asked, like, so I chose content creators was one of my biggest things that I said that I get things from, right? And so, like, watching Twitch. And then they actually asked, who do you think we should give card reveals to? Stuff like that. Number one, I wrote Born to be Wild.
Nice.
And in brackets, I put shameless plug because my name's attached to it.
Right,
so
right.
like they can see it's from Hydralisk. So I put in brackets shameless plug. And I named as many wild content creators as I could possibly think of.
Oh, attaboy.
Like
I love it.
Yeah, I put like Slizzle, Boo, like I mean Corvette's already got one, right? Get me out.
All right.
Raffle, he's done that before too, right? Anyway, I just named a whole bunch of wild people.
That's I would love to get to see Martian get a card, and that'd be super
Thanks,
great.
Dan.
Sweet.
Yeah, and so they said like, hey, what could we do less of in reveal season and more of? And I mentioned, a lot of the same big content creators always seem to get that attention, and I suggested that maybe they could share the love a little more, and they do that, but I like seeing it. I'd like to see more of it. They've shared the love with us. We've been able to do those Theorycraft streams, and I thank them for that in my message, saying that it's been amazing, and I'd like to see more content creators be able to do stuff like that. And I think they have been doing a really good job.
They've been doing phenomenal. Big shout out to Alkali. I don't know if she listens
really
or not, but like she's been phenomenal. So,
funnily enough, they did not ask a single question about runestones.
I don't think they want to know.
I think they've gotten plenty of feedback about that.
I sort of wove them into one of my responses a little bit, just about listening to your community, because they asked what is something that we do well and what's something we could improve on. And I just wrote, in the last few years of Hearthstone, the communication between Team 5 and us, the people that play the game, has been phenomenal. It's been growing. It's been getting better. We get balance patches more and more and more, and this is like, it's just awesome. We're not screaming into the void, when there's an issue with the game, and we're stuck with the same unnerfed card all the way until it's rotated, right?
Yeah.
For 2 years in standard kind of thing. And then wild is cursed forever if it's not nerfed, or that kind of stuff. And I said that has been amazing, and that's listening to us when we have positive, constructive criticism.
Yes,
is amazing. And I put in brackets, I've heard people don't like Runestone so much.
Yeah, I mean the developers, not just the community managers, who of course are doing a superlative job, but like the developers are doing a great job of like that communication and whatnot. And of course, things like runestones are driven by the business team. So I don't think that, if the developers and whatnot were at taking the lead there, I don't think that this is how that would have been implemented. But of course, they also are not exactly saying that either, because they kind of can't. I mean, I would say I wouldn't if I was in that position either.
Yeah. I don't want to like drone on about runestones, because that's really not what we're talking about tonight. But I had two thoughts that were like, I don't know if positive is the right word, but like a couple of ideas. One was, if I'm budgeting money or whatever, you could always do this with like a BattleNet gift card, but like, say I want to spend $50 a month on Hearthstone, or whatever the dollar amount is, right? $20 a month on Hearthstone. I could buy $20 worth of runestones, and then they just sit there. And whenever something comes out, then I can just pull from my balance. Like, okay. The other piece was the idea of like, every time you, like right now, a lot of times I'll use, when a new bundle comes out, I'll use my phone because I've got it hooked up and with my face, and I can just, one click purchase whatever. And every time I do that, like I get an email from Apple, like, oh, you got this purchase. Oh, you got this purchase. And I keep thinking, from a business perspective, it's like every time you run a credit card, there's a transaction fee. And so, hey, maybe, this reduces some of that. Now, granted, it's not like, Activision Blizzard needs to like be making even more money. Like, it just saves them money, not us, right? But there's that from the business side of it. I looked, and the bundles, at least right now, look like they're the same price. I thought that they were not when I saw the Druid bundle, because it was an extra $5, but it came with a card back. So I think
And
it's
5 packs too, so those are always 50.
So
Yeah.
I think that they're like right there right now. What we need to watch for, I think, is just if they
future.
start to creep up.
Yeah.
And and then meanwhile, like, I try to get the closest I could to getting the bundles that I wanted. And invariably, like, you end up with a couple extra runestones floating over, and it's like, well, I would have just bought the thing and had 0 left over. It would have been my preference, but
So my strategy, because yes, credit cards do charge a fee. I was just talking earlier about how I think that the Hearthstone developers and community managers do an awesome job. I'm not, however, a huge fan of Activision Blizzard. So to make sure that they get as little of my money as possible, I make sure to buy all of my things through the Google Play Store. So that way, not only is the credit card fee there, but also Google takes a little cut. So they get, it's just nickel and diming, their cut. But like, I mean, I'd rather give Google money than Blizzard right about now.
I definitely feel that. I know there was one thing that was a little bit positive that Blue Train actually told me about. I think he was on EU and he was going to get one of the skins or something, so he bought runestones for it. But then he realized, oh shoot, I bought it on the wrong server. It turns out that your runestones are account-wide, not server-wide. So if you accidentally buy them on the wrong server, you can just hop over to NA and then you can just...
Did you hear when? So Hydralisk one time pre-ordered.
Where's my refund? Not only did I pre-order everything on the wrong server, I also bought all the skins. I bought everything.
It was like the mega
on
bundle,
Asia, my most like free-to-play account ever possible. Bare bones. Oh my gosh.
Oh jeez.
And
The
now
robot server.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's.
Can I submit another ticket? They didn't answer the first one.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess there's that. If I make that mistake again.
Now you can't do that again.
Wow.
Too little, too late. Old man yells at Cloud.
that was kind of a funny thing about the runestones. The one thing I thought was really amusing was obviously the discourse around it has been unsurprisingly negative, right? Like Hearthstone's been around for 8 years. Like we've been just fine without this thing. I understand the justifications from it for a business side, but people haven't been super happy about it. But the funny thing to me was how I think no matter which way they did this, people are going to be upset. Because, like, I don't know if you guys saw some, like, the posts on Twitter and other things where people were talking about, well, they wanted to save transactions, but if you want to get technical, buying this in $5 increments saves me 13 cents. And then people were on the other end saying, like, they aren't giving us any more I thought they would give us, like, a bonus for buying in bulk or something. Whichever way they did that, people were going to be upset. Like, it was going to be one or the other. But there was something really funny where I think it was the UK prices, and there may be some other regions where it's not just 13 cents. You actually save kind of significantly. Like, I think it was on UK where you save, like, if you buy the small one compared to, like, the bigger ones, you're saving, like, $1 or £1 each time, which is, like, way, way more significant than... So some of those... I don't know if that's intended or a weird thing with currencies, but just something to kind of be aware of. It doesn't really impact if you're doing it in USD, but it's kind of a strange thing because it's just, I don't know if that's going to change, if it was unintended, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I was really curious how that was going to work outside of the US because it was a dollar for dollar conversion for us. I mean, minus 1 penny, right? I will say it's a little bit, it was a little bit confusing for me at first. It was like, I'm looking at these bundles and I was like, oh, there's a gold bundle. I think I need to buy that. Like, oh, it's only 5,000 Blizzard bucks, whatever they're called, runestones. I'm like, oh, how much is that? I was like, $50. What? Like
Blizzard pennies.
when you see 5,000, I'm like, oh, is that That's like $5, or what is that? Like,
I wish.
50. Like, wait a minute here. This is it makes you think that it's not as much as it actually is, but I'm wondering.
That's a feature, not a bug.
Well, for who?
For them.
Hydra, is it the same price in Canada?
Everything equals to being the same. Yeah, I looked at because they have the pay runestones or pay cash, and it's the exact same thing. The conversions
Packs are
equal the same.
Are different, right? Like that was one of the few things you can buy them with runestones, I think, but it's also you can buy them with money. So that's kind of unchanged. It's just more specifically the bundles. So those like the cool Elise skin or the bundles Nate was talking about, the gold packs and stuff and that kind of stuff. All the Mercs bundles now.
I will say the price points seemed okay for the portrait. So if you go, there's big battlegrounds thing, yay! But if you go really into Battleground specific into the shop, there was new skins, and instead of buying the bundle, you could buy them individually, and they were 150 Blizzard bucks each, which is $1.50, which is like, that's not bad for a portrait. Now, granted, it's Battlegrounds where like you're not going to get to play with that portrait half the time, especially if you didn't buy the thing to unlock the extra 2, right? But the price point was pretty good. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, we have something fun that we could talk about instead.
Yeah,
y'all want to do
that. One more thing. I think one of the questions that I thought was kind of neat.
Oh yeah, the survey. Yeah,
in the survey was they were asking how I felt, or whoever took the survey felt, about the legendary that they dropped prior to the expansion. How we've been liking the Vargos and the Renethals and the Mare and the Foxes. and whether they've had,
right? Like he was the first one.
I think
so.
Maybe because I bought this stupid BlizzCon virtual ticket just so I could get a golden version.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it's the only way to get the golden one was to do that.
Wow.
So they were just saying, hey, do you think this has a negative effect, a positive effect, or like not much of an effect? The one I rated the highest that had like the most effect was Renethal.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And then so the next, there was a follow-up question saying, we see you must like Renethal. Why do you think this has had the biggest effect? And I just said like, hey, I've been playing WoW for a long time. That's my main game mode. That's what I play. And sometimes things get stale. Sometimes it's the same thing over and over and over again. You introduce a card where we can now play 40 cards in our deck. That is like,
it's a game changer.
It's the coolest thing you could have done because it's a huge game changer. Now our brains are going again. We're thinking we can slot in, I guess, 9 more cards because Renethal takes a slot. But like it just made deck building more fun again. Right. And suddenly all these different decks are coming out. People are trying like the weirdest things, like just because they can. And so my feedback was that was awesome. Sorry, Blue Train, but I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty
unprecedented,
cool.
Right? Like we've never seen an effect like that, and they knew that too because I'm pretty sure they prefaced it when it came out. Like this is kind of the craziest like pre-release legendary thing we've ever done, so we'll keep an eye on it because like obviously it's such a you can't even compare any of these other ones they've done to it. It's just not even remotely in the same ballpark. Like Okani was cool, but he just didn't have that same impact on the game.
No,
it's changed so much.
This has changed the entire game forever. In fact, I heard people wondering, like asking if they thought Renethal would get like the Gen and Baku treatment and get rotated out of standard early, just because of how much impact it has on the game. They're like, hey, do we really want to play 40 card decks in standard for that long? And everybody kind of groans.
Blizzard wants them to. That's an extra 10 cards you need.
I don't know if it'll get that true. I mean, Gen and Baku got annoying quick in standard.
And they were more limited deck building, right? Like it basically turned a lot of reveals into, hey,
This is the
an
opposite
odd
of
card?
limited.
It's not. Oh, I can't even consider running this because it doesn't work in the odd deck. I think it was a lot more. Where Renathal, it's much more. It doesn't really limit you. What it's limiting is your consistency, right?
Mhm.
Right.
I will
and
say,
instead of giving you a deck restriction, it gives you a deck expansion.
it's interesting
Which is
though,
cool.
because I was used to playing, like I played so much Reno Priest when it was like super refined, and we only had 2 cards that cost more than like 5 mana, right? So that you could tutor these cards out. And now running a singleton 40 card deck, like your consistency rate just tanks. And I mean the deck is fun, but
It's good though. It's like actually good.
yeah,
It
it's been interesting. It's been interesting. I just
Yeah.
so well a lot
There's a lot of variance.
yeah, for
Yes.
sure. But it's been fun. It's been fun.
Well, that's basic rundown of what the survey was like. The one cool thing is at the very end of the survey, they asked if you want to opt into a Zoom call with someone from Blizzard to have a further interview, like a one-on-one. Of course, I
wow.
clicked yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you'll actually get the one-on-one interview with the developer or whoever's doing it, but opting in gives you a chance. So
So you're saying there's a chance.
there's a chance. Pick me.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, so we had a suggestion this week from Arkham Cookie in the Discord to do a tier list of all the BM emotes, and it wasn't until we started going through them that we realized there's like about 500 heroes in Hearthstone now. I had no idea how many there were, and so as opposed to going through every single one and listening to all of the emotes, like we've got a handful, but we would love to hear from other people. Like, let us know what we missed or what you like, and we can include them in our little list here. So I've got 2 screens, one with all of the sound. So there's a website called Hearth SFX on GitHub that's got all of the sound effects in the game. It's awesome. We'll share the link in the show notes. And play the sounds on the show. And then we've got a little kind of do-it-yourself tier list that we'll be building through Google Sheets. And we can share that as well. So this should be fun. Immediately, I think of all of the priest emotes because they're like the super BM ones, right?
Oh yeah, it's part of their class identity.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going through before, and yeah, Priest has the most, like, hands down. It's great.
They're really good.
Which is the so if you're not familiar with tier lists, and all right, let me pull up my my thing here. Okay, so if you're not familiar with tier lists, here's how they work. S is at the top. Stands for like superior, right? This is the best, and then like grades, so A, B, C, D, E down to F if we get that far. And so the better ones are up top and they go down, right? It's not that complicated, but here we are. See if I can zoom a tiny bit, make it a little bit easier for us old people. All right. Anyways, any thoughts immediately? Like I've not had time to go through every single one of these, but if anyone has all right, so in chat, Schmoopy Daddy says Tyrande, a mistake. All right, hold on. Let me scroll down to
that's a good one.
To the priest over here, and
yeah, that one pisses me off.
A mistake.
Like, how do you know? Like, I was doing that on purpose, you jerk. Like, I had a plan.
Is it the WoW?
Brilliant.
No.
I think it's the oops.
You will
Oops.
regret this.
Yeah,
A mistake.
Should be.
A mistake.
A mistake.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one. I'm mad every time that happens.
That's hilarious. All right. What? How high you think it is? A level? S level?
I
Gotta
mean,
be at least A, I think.
before hearing Hydra's reaction, I was thinking like, B, because it doesn't like set me off that much, but hearing how much it sets Hydra off, easy A at least.
Yeah, I think A. Let's put A. Things can get when we do these things, and when I've seen other people do them, when we did it with Jordan MG, things get bumped around a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like,
we
as-
can move
as
stuff. We
go.
can move stuff later. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. That's pretty
So
hard.
I think
Let me play.
slotting as an A for now is good because it's just short and not so sweet.
A mistake.
Yeah, it's correct. It's like they're not beating around the bush. It's not open to interpretation. They're telling you exactly what they're thinking.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. This is SI7 Anduin, aka Stabduin.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites as a rogue man who plays priest occasionally. Like, I love SI7 Anduin.
Yeah, Stabduin is my go-to for skins for priest at all times.
He's so good. It's like so good.
You know, we could do a separate one of these for just ranking the priest emotes.
Yeah, right.
but no, yeah. Bad player HS, is this all emotes in the game? Yeah, anything is fair game. We're just goofing off. It's fun.
So Bad Player also goes on to recommend Lunara's Threaten.
Ooh, which Lunara?
The OG Lunara, just
Okay.
Lunara on Hearth SFX or in client.
Let's see.
See, WoW really WoW. That one
I don't
I
know
think is
if
more
it's,
funny than it is annoying.
Oh, I
Wow.
I love it when I do it, but it's so sarcastic. It's like
I can
if someone's doing that to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I laugh when I hear it, right? It doesn't make me mad.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say,
not super
so.
tilting.
Yeah, that
It's
one
not-
makes me laugh.
It's not tilting at all, in my opinion. So I don't know. We can stick it wherever and move stuff around later. Okay, hold on. So Bad Player was saying Lunara, the original.
Suffer as the wildlands suffer.
That's Lunara's Threaten.
That sounds a little angry.
She's very angry.
No, she is threatening.
I don't know.
Not,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's tilting, but she's very angry.
See, the best ones for me are always
Is it
the
threaten?
thanks
Yeah.
or the greetings, because like they're not actually greeting people or thanking you, and some of them have some really BM ones like the Christmas Illidan the Naughty. His thank you, top tier.
All right, let's pull it up here.
I should thank you. I'm just not good at it.
I don't even have that skin, but I love that. It's just so rude.
Oh, that's amazing.
What's it called? Naughty Illidan?
Yeah, Illidan the
Naughty.
Naughty. He's opening a present.
And what is it? It's thank you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
thanks.
Thanks to Shokunin, I have those skins.
The
Nice.
let me see.
Very nice.
I think one of the most tilting ones of all time for me is let's see here. Is the like OG Thrall. Is it
I thank you.
no.
Greetings, friend. The elements will destroy you. That was a mistake. Sorry that happened. The elements will
What
destroy
is
you.
it? It was one of these
Greetings, friend.
That's just so nice. I like that.
Nah, these are not bad. Maybe
Friend?
you know what it is? I think it's let me find. Oh, it's that's incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Oh,
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yep.
That's like
That's the one. It's the BM.
when they have lethal, right?
Oh yeah, every time.
Along those same lines, the OG Garrosh.
Yes. Thank you.
His
Thank
are pretty good.
you. Or greetings.
Greetings, traveler.
No.
Astonishing.
oh, astonishing! Yeah, that one's
Astonishing. The number of
It's, like,
times
so
a warrior is
sarcastic.
just astonishing, like just
Astonishing. 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 Astonishing.
Oh,
Welch.
this is for warrior.
yeah,
Just it's the original Garrosh.
the original.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and it is of course, wow.
yeah. That one as well. Just wow.
This is kind of cool. The site has the ones at the end of the track too, and I haven't heard some of these before. because I'm like close. I'm like almost 90 or something, but I really want those reward track skins. It's cool they have them here.
Yeah, this is one of the first
Thanks.
places I go whenever those come out. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, I'm
have to
bookmarking
hear.
it.
Yeah, it's great.
What is it when they or the other one? I think when they had Lethal, right, as a hunter,
Greetings, traveler.
Always.
or was it?
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
Thanks.
yeah. Saying thanks and then
Astounding.
shooting you with the last hero power
Yeah.
or something.
How many
My
times I got
apologies.
thanked before getting lethaled by an Undertaker?
I don't know.
Back in the
More
day.
than 2.
Yeah.
These are and the original one. Some of the original ones are like just super BME or
I greet you.
Oh yeah.
Extraordinary.
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
Your
extraordinary.
soul
Yep.
shall suffer. That
Extraordinary
was a
has to go on the
mistake.
list.
Thank
Extraordinary.
you.
is it? Which one is it?
I greet you.
No, this one, right?
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
You can hear the sarcasm, like
Yeah,
in
when
the
it's
delivery.
always when you screw up and they do that.
It's like wow.
It's like
Speaking
you
of
played a
hearing-
Reno that wasn't like lit up yellow or something. Nothing happens.
Speaking
Yeah.
of hearing the sarcasm and wow, I mean,
Well, that's my favorite,
we
right?
touched on it, but like, I feel like this has to go in S tier.
Wow.
that's like
Iconic.
that's like my favorite one in the whole game. I think
Yeah.
it's so great.
I think
Wow.
one of my favorites, it's because it's so silly, is Sir Anoyo, because he's always saying hello. So you don't really know what they're trying to. You don't like. Maybe if you've used him, you might know. But like,
Oh yeah, I know.
whenever you used him, it's like you have no idea what they're actually saying because it's all just different hellos.
My
Hello.
my favorite is
yeah, that.
Oh, ahoy.
Yeah.
That's not BM though.
Oh,
Ahoy's just
right.
awesome.
Oh, that's so cool! I forgot they have the Pirate Day ones.
yeah, those are the Pirate Day ones are hilarious because you never
This
hear
awesome
them.
It's S tier. It's just such a. I wish we could hear it more often. It's so good.
Oh,
Big same.
we do need. I think one of the super BM ones. I agree with Shmoopy Daddy. Transcended Anduin. I'll pray for you. It's so.
Oh.
just,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Anyway, let me pull it up here.
Hello.
Look at that. Stormwind will endure. I will pray for you.
Oh, that sounds so condescending.
I will pray
Yes.
for you.
I will pray for you.
Bless your heart.
Oh my, that's well played. Oh, that's BM.
Oh, it's so BM, dude.
That's well played.
That's so bad.
How
So good.
rude. That's, you know what, some of the newer skins, it actually ticks me off a little bit. I will want to say well played, and then I'll insult them by accident.
It's like,
That's-
oh no.
See, I do the
My
opposite. I pick my
apologies.
skins based on how insulting I find them.
There were some pretty good ones for that were just straight up mean for the new. We should get to Nemzi at some point. But the Tamsin ones, there's some pretty good ones.
Thanks. Welcome.
For nothing to your doom. Unbelievable. My power is limitless. Well, it's been fun. What a dreadful error.
Oh my god.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. What a dreadful error.
There was
The Tamsin one that I find the most like just aggressive.
I will burn away your mind.
that's intense. Wow.
That's pretty aggressive.
Right?
What some of hers are like,
You expect me to thank you?
oh my.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty rude.
That's
Well, well. What a display. I will burn away your mind. This battle is over. Such failures.
Such failures.
Yep, I've heard that one a lot.
and then wait, there's one more where's
Does every new one have a hidden sorry?
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What have we here?
Is it really just for Noggin Fogger?
I think it is just for Noggin Fogger, yeah.
You'll regret crossing me. Well played. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
What?
That's what's that one? Is that just a sorry?
I'm so sorry.
That's the most sarcastic sorry I've ever heard.
Which Tamsin is that?
Scalamance Tamsin.
Wow.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Bring back sorry. Come on.
Wow.
I should have put that in the survey.
Yeah.
Any feedback? Bring back sorry.
All right. What? All right. Where's the original Nemzi? What was she called? Is it just Nemzi? I don't see her here. Diver Nemzi, Feast Nemzi.
Nemzi Necrofizzle.
Necrofizzle, yeah.
There we go. You'll make a good puppet, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Hiya, friend.
You're
That was
threading, I think.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
You'd
awesome.
Make a cute puppet.
Oh, that one right there. Right?
Yeah.
You'd make a cute puppet.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know where it goes, but
I find that was awesome more annoying than you'd make a cute puppet, personally.
that you
Yeah.
know what? Yeah.
Because it's like, it's always when you made a mistake.
Awesome.
You play
Yeah.
patches on one, you get that.
That was awesome. Shut up, Nemzi.
I can punch you in the face with patches.
So I
His
had
many little arms.
this idea.
Yo.
Right? Yo ho ho. That needs to be like S tier just because of how good it is.
Oh, it's the best.
And you can, yeah, you can only do it on Pirate Day.
Yeah. Here, let me find it real quick. It's Pirate Day, right?
Yeah. So good. So another one of those like low key, like just incredible ones, but you don't. I say it a lot because it's just iconic for me. Is Elise's "Oops."
This is a teaching moment.
That's great.
It's just like, oh, that condescending. Like she doesn't mean it that way, but like you can tell that the person who's doing it means it that way. It's like, you'll get there, buddy, which just feels so much worse.
Would you like me to show you how to do that?
Right.
Pirate Day's this month,
Oh.
Soon.
September 19th. So we can. You better play your Nizos on Monday the 19th if you want to yo ho ho people.
Right? Was that with the oops?
For Elise, yeah.
Yeah. There was okay.
This is a teaching moment.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh, you know what I like? Here's one. It's for Khadgar, the OG Khadgar.
Yeah.
He's insolent pup. I love that one.
Time for a lesson, insolent pup.
They get
Yeah,
creative.
that's good.
Sorry about that. I love the I don't know which one it was. Like I find Dame Hazelbark just to be so BM.
I love her.
That's
just like
Sheep's
the
favorite.
like
No. We can't do
they're
that.
threatened. Yeah. Honestly, all their emotes. But
You
like,
shouldn't wake the trees, child.
But you can't forget the death sound. I'm just saying.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Does not sound like dying.
Le Petit Mort.
Oh, I do. We use hers for so many. Like they're on our soundboard. We use them all the time. And
Yeah.
I love the still half asleep. It seems.
Or the delightful, the wow.
Yeah,
that
the
is so
delightful
sarcastic.
is probably
Delightful.
There's so much malicious intent there. Oh, that's great.
Was that under WoW?
Yeah, it's wow.
All right.
Yes.
We okay. What Frostlich Jaina's greeting? Let me look it up.
It's crazy how many there are. Like they're like every hero has like 20 characters.
I
Rough.
opened
And
up.
we used to be starving for this kind of content,
Right? Yeah.
Like we've wanted this stuff in the game, and now there's so many we can't keep up.
Wait, I don't.
At least we can randomize it now.
I don't see
What are you looking
it.
for?
It goes Frost Fairy Jaina. Where's Frostlich Jaina?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
hero
that's
card.
the hero card.
Yeah,
So it'll be
none of
different.
the heroes on here. I think
Oh,
you'd
they're
have to
not
go.
here. What? All right.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have said Guff. Guff. Oh man, the
Oh
Guff line.
gosh, Guffs are
Out of my
hilarious.
mind.
Wow.
It's like,
Whoa.
I like, really? You're that surprised?
It's just funny though.
Le Petit Mort.
There's an old meme of like the kids with the Halloween candy knocking on the door, and the mom says like, "What do we say now, kids?" And the meme is,
That's incredible.
So the
Whoa.
that's the Guff cards. Whoa, and that's
Yeah.
just so much more BM.
It's so
"That's
BM.
funny."
Especially when they guff on curve. Whoa! You I
That's
drew
what
my
I
best
always do with
card.
the Guff on curve.
That long one is from the hero card or the Fauna Friends Guff. So that's one. Let me see if I can pull up the card now of
of Jaina.
yeah, there's like a
Hers are pretty good, I think.
Her greetings is.
You're shivering. Are you afraid?
oh
Are you afraid?
By my frozen heart.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Bow to your queen.
snap.
Oh yeah, bow to your queen's pretty.
That's pretty epic.
A fatal mistake.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
I remember that one. Fatal mistake. The honestly, most of the Death Knights, just the
Thank you.
laugh.
Oh my gosh, that's evil.
Was Sorry still around back when the Death Knights came out, or was it gone by then?
It doesn't look like there's emotes for the Saris for the Death Knights.
It must have been gone by then. I don't remember when they removed it. It's just funny though, like you guys remember when they did that, and it's like, oh, we don't want to be super rude, and then they create all these heroes for some are way more rude than the Saris ever were.
I know, right? They have to bring it back, man.
Oh, they should.
Thank you. Total darkness will be my revenge. Uncanny.
That's it. Yes.
There you go.
Darkness will consume you.
Oh,
Well played. To err is human.
that's a good one too.
Which
I
one?
love
It was,
Shadow Reaper.
it was the WoW.
Uncanny.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one. I do that one a lot during the Shadow Priest when something goes wrong for the opponent. Oh, it's great.
So hearing Frostlich Janus bow down before whatever reminded me of the Thunder King's threaten.
Kneel before me.
Kneel before me.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through. I never would imagine we had so many.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's nuts.
The original. So when you play Major Domo and then you turn into Ragnaros, there's one where where he goes hot, right? I think.
There's a fun. I love those little
Where is it?
interactions.
Be purged. So hot.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
There it is.
so hot.
Yeah, these are not. I was looking for this earlier, and you can't find them on. It's not on the normal Ragnaros hero for Shaman. These are
Right.
You will
Yeah, they're
perish
different.
in flames. Sorry.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say insect.
No, that's all the new ones, I guess.
Yeah.
So hot.
I remember those. 'Cause I was determined to make like when BlackRock came out. I wanted to kill people with Ragnaros, and you set his health from 8 to 15 with old school Alex, and
Yeah.
classic. Because like an 8 damage, if a Ragnaros shot for a hero power was unheard of back then. Like that's why I had to jump through so many hoops, and it was like, I love that card. I had one in gold.
Hey, did you ever play when Major Domo Rogue came around like a year or more ago?
That. Yep, I remember that.
It was so good. I mean, it wasn't good, but it was so fun.
It was funny. It was really funny. I tried to do it in with the priest quest, like the old priest quest, where you could get the set yourself to 40 before. 40 was ever a thing. So you turn into Rag, and then you set yourself to 40, and beautiful.
Immediately Amara. Yeah.
Yep. It was great. It was really good. It was.
Thank you.
Even though it was bad.
Welcome to Oblivion.
Impressive.
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
If that is Mecha Jiraxis,
yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
That's it.
That's the good.
Oops.
Error.
That one's so
one skin. I wish that like I stopped playing a bit around Boomsday and I didn't buy the pre-order, and I'm hoping one day they're gonna put him for gold, because that's the one Warlock skin I want, but I didn't.
Didn't they bring it back for a bit? Did that not happen?
Not that I seen.
Or it might have been for money even. I can't remember, but I thought it came back at one point.
I could be wrong.
I feel like they did, but it was one of those really brief ones.
Yeah, like it was in the store, buy it for $10 or something. It was. I don't think it was a gold one. Yeah.
Because the gold ones, I think, aren't time limited. Like you can just go and do them whenever in the crafting or whatever. So I looked recently because I wanted it, but it is not there, sadly.
They're very smart. That is the only reason I bought the Mega Bundle, that expansion, is because it came with that hero.
Yeah, it was so good. Like, especially like Drax is so iconic, and that was just such a funny take on him.
Well, I'm sorry, zombies, but not buying that pre-order.
Error.
That.
They might add them for runestones now, right? Have you listened to any of the new ones for like Denathrius or Renethal?
Accept
I was going
my
through,
gratitude. My warmest greetings to you.
Kyrian Tyrande, her Threaten is really, really good, I think.
Fascinating.
You know what? I will say there's got to be, I don't know if they count or not, but there's other cards that I think are super triggering that are, I don't know if you call it BM or not, like BM Emotes, but all right, how do I get back here?
Well, while you're finding that, Zombies requested the Kyrian Tyrande greetings.
Be at peace.
Oh,
that one's good too, though. Be at peace.
If you dishonor me, you dishonor yourself.
I love that one so much.
That's good.
It's like my main priest skin now, and it looks so cool in shadow too.
Oh, I love seeing which ones look cool in shadow form.
Oh, it's so sweet.
I really
to my
enjoy
everlasting reign.
Oh, it's not that one. It's this one.
A toast to all who sought to kill me.
Yeah.
You failed.
You failed.
Game over.
Do that before playing Denathrius, just like boom.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't forget the OGs will know, right?
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Oh God! Getting flashbacks. Nate.
Yes.
It's just missing that music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you have to do it at the same time, right?
I know Barnes, man.
One I really like for Threaten. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tonight,
One threat.
a tale of wonder and magic.
Oh, he's got 6 different entrance
Yeah, he
sounds.
says. Yeah, they're all different.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
Because it's a different tale each night.
Yep. Oh man, Barnes.
I should put an honorable mentions or something, or maybe some other day. But
for one of the Threatens I really enjoy is Pirate King Garrosh's Threaten.
Yes.
Oh God.
It is incredible.
Listen up, you lily-littered hornswagger!
Okay.
Yeah. That one's
I've
on the
already
list
put that
for
one
sure.
in. Yeah, that one's in the raw one. You can just straight up copy and paste that one
Can
if you
you,
want.
Sheep, can you add it somewhere? I'm like juggling both
Yeah.
sheets here. Wherever. You guys can edit as we go. It doesn't have to. Everyone has access to the sheet and put them wherever we want. We can move them all. It doesn't matter to me. Just having fun doing this.
I put that one in A, Hydra.
Good. It deserves to be there. It's so good.
Okay, that was Pirate King
it's
Garage.
really good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Buccaneer!
God.
Scallywag! By all me ill-gotten gold!
Oh, I love
Listen
that
up,
one.
ye lily-livered hornswagger! Everything's ship-shape? You really put the old heave-ho
in it. That's like
Sorry
probably
that
my favorite.
happened. Yardy hardy har!
That's gotta be Pirate Day, right?
Yardy
I imagine it
har!
is.
Oh my
You know,
god.
I know Pirate Warrior's not like anywhere near top tier right now, but I might have to play it.
September 19th. Save the date. Play all your hero cards.
Got
They're all
to.
your different skins.
Yardy hardy har. That's so funny.
They should make squelching like illegal that day.
Yeah, for real. People want an auto squelch. How about no squelch on Pirate Day?
What was that one you said from the Thunder King?
That one.
Kneel before me!
Yeah, the threaten.
That's
Kneel before me.
pretty good.
How about no?
My favorite, one of my favorite emotes, not that it's BM. Maybe it's a little BM. Hold on, let me scroll here. I believe it's the Robin Hood?
Robin Hood Rexar.
Rexar. What's it called?
Yeah,
Giant,
I think
is it
he's
Giant
got a good
Stalker?
one.
No. What's it called?
It's Robin Hood Rexar.
Is that what it's?
Yeah.
Oh wait, there it is. I just can't.
And his greetings is incredible.
A pox on the cities.
Yeah.
Don't
Whenever
try
I play-
anything. I'm a straight shooter.
Whenever I play Hunter, I'm playing Robin Hood Hunter Rexar now.
He's good.
An unexpected miss.
This is not the one I thought it was. The one that I was looking for was the
Right in the face.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love it. I just don't know.
It's just so Hunter.
Right in the face. It's so great. I don't remember
So is
which.
your face.
Aw. I don't remember which one it is. I thought it was this one, but maybe it's not.
I thought it was Robin Hood too.
There's
Play around with it.
There's
yeah,
so many.
there's just so many. Yeah, like it's really
Yeah.
hard to keep track of. Like I haven't even seen some of these, like Black Ox Rexar. I don't think I've ever seen that skin before. I don't even know where it's from.
It was from one of the things sometime.
Thank you for being strong.
Oh, it even tells
May
you
you
obtain by purchasing
persevere.
Scared Celestials or Sacred.
Sacred
I can't
Celestials.
read.
Oh, this is when they had. Okay, is this around the time when the dragon came out for the mage? I don't even remember. There's so many. I haven't heard half of these.
Yeah, like doing this is making me realize how many. of
I
the
will
emotes
hunt you down.
I
Right?
didn't know, and I own some of these, and I didn't know some of these, like, because it's just funny. Like,
Lunar New Year, yeah, maybe. Oh, this one is funny. The Den Watcher Rexar, like, thank you for protecting the little ones, or whatever.
Thank you for helping the small ones.
Yeah.
Miraculous. If the little ones cannot rest, how will they grow big and strong?
What?
I've never heard that one before in my life. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Some of these, like, yeah, I don't.
Thanks. Incredible! My revenge will be swift.
A mistake.
Wow.
Where's the new? Do they have the new Elise on here? It might be too new because that was literally like this week.
Yeah.
Magical Girl Elise.
I don't see it. Don't see
One
it.
of the underrated ones is Madame Lazul's Oops for sure.
Oops. That will be a story to tell.
That's a good one.
Telling all my friends how stupid you are.
Exactly.
So that's so good. They really do
How
put
wonderful.
such good work into this.
Real priests wear plate.
What?
What is that one for?
It was it's the 1K. It's the Matt Damon priest.
Okay. I know the one you're talking about.
The master sends his regards. How droll.
How droll.
Do remember your manners.
That oops is also really good for Butler Anduin.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
I've never heard half of these.
Extraordinary.
While you're on Butler Anduin,
Let me go back.
oops is also really
A bit
good.
clumsy?
Oh, jeez. Little Lion.
How regal. Even the smallest cub will one day be a king of beasts. A little clumsy?
You know, some of the ones that I think are super BM also are the Demon Hunter ones, because the guy just has so much contempt.
Yep.
All right.
I've been loving the songstress Arana, the one with the violin. It's just like the Threaten and the WoW are both really, really good for her.
You'd better appreciate this.
Sorry. We clicked it at the same time. What did she say? Wait, are you going to click it again?
Yeah.
You'd better appreciate this.
Oh my. That's
And then the other one was the WoW, right?
Yeah.
I am truly moved.
It's just so BM. Like, it's really good. And she's literally playing you the sad violin. Like,
I'm sorry. I've crossed a line.
she's great. I really like you.
So much energy.
Did
If
you
hatred does not consume you, perhaps violence will.
listen to Mergillidan's WoW?
Oh, his are good.
what? Just I think we'll start using that for when we have to bleep people.
Yeah, right?
It's so good.
It's very
So is your
good.
face.
It's a fun one. I can't do the Murloc guff. I love Mergillidan. I love Ragnaros. I find the Murloc guff just disturbing. It's nightmare fuel.
What's it called?
Let's see. What is it?
Guff Mer Totem.
That's it. Yeah. What are his?
My wise uncle once said,
His threaten's
So
really
what?
good.
Are you fish or frog?
Brent.
Or frog, fish or frog.
Kind of both,
What?
I think. Go sleep with the fishes. It is cozy down there.
He does have good effects. But...
He sounds like Barbar or Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, right? He does. Misa playing Hearthstone.
Fish sticks.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
The combination with just something about the aesthetic just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. Just the way he looks. I love it.
How is Prince Charming Anduin?
My cordial thanks.
Eh.
Such stunning beauty.
I was being a real
little
jerk the
slip
other
up.
day. I was playing Big Priest and I was using Prince Charming Anduin. And just emoting for fun. I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood and I was trying to make other people upset. But like Prince Charming Anduin is just, that alone is BM. Just using that stupid skin.
That's great.
Especially playing Big Priest.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I picked like
Magma and Murlocs.
I think I picked that like cupcake one with hearts on it or whatever. Is my
Oh yeah. The punchable face Anduin. That's what I've heard people call it.
That's great.
He's got a little like ponytail or something too.
Wow.
He just looks so
The
smart.
Ragnaros will finish you.
I love the Murloc.
Go back to Fairy Tale Anduin. Okay. I'm going back. This is why we needed the participation. Schmoopy, can you ping everybody in the Discord? Tell them we need input. This is Arkham's thing, anyways. All right, Fairy Tale Anduin. All right, let me get back there. Oh, I missed it. Hold on.
I will have my happy ending.
Oh, is it? It's this one. All right.
Your prowess has won me over. A little slip up. I will get my happily ever after no matter what.
Good one.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Such stunning beauty. My fondest greetings to you. They couldn't be as fond as mine. My cordial thanks. My apologies.
Ooh.
Yar! Let's join the Dread Crew.
That's all right. That's pretty good, given that the Leroy ones were not as good as his original card. That's a pretty good one.
True. Like I like Yuri Lowenthal, but like,
He's like a very talented voice actor because he's done a bunch of other ones. It's just like it feels too young for Leroy, and like it fits in Mercs. There's a kid Leroy, and it'd be perfect just for that. Not all of them. Like it's grown on me because I just love him as a character, but like. The OG is just so iconic.
Oh, it's you can't compare. Okay, so check this out. If I've got, let me move it over here to a different screen so I'm not going back and forth. But where's my Leroy?
It's like the middle of the top, I think.
I have. That's the times up. Let's do this. Oh, we should never forget this one though.
Greetings.
That's the classic BM.
And
yeah, that's I'm playing Pirate Warrior and I'm gonna smark you down.
Mm-hmm. I remember when Pirate Warrior was good, I would use the Pirate Garrosh skin just because like once in a blue moon someone would concede before you even played anything, and I was like never playing Pirate Warrior. They just assumed.
You're playing like Odd Warrior or something else.
Just like I don't even remember what was playing. Some copium control warrior that didn't work, but
Okay,
you were a cultist. Got it. Dead man's hand.
All right, so here it is.
Leroy Jenkins.
And then let me see if.
Hello there. Good to see you, chum.
Let me see where it is.
Would you
Just
look at that?
I think
Be
it's
a
nice.
hero, not a zero.
Sorry, what is it?
I think it's his entrance one where he does Leroy.
Leroy!
There it is.
Jenkins!
Just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Oh, it's just not.
Leroy!
Like it's outside of his range of what like
Jenkins!
his voice works for.
Yeah, it's not deep enough.
Yeah.
The
It's like
hero
adolescent.
Leroy is like nice, like, hey, I'm announcing myself. The card is just like, I'm going into battle, like,
Yeah, I'm charging in.
Yeah,
Whether you're ready
exactly.
or not. Leroy. Like, it's so iconic.
From this guy. A lot better than Fledge. More responding. Than we usually do. All right, thumbs up. Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Okay, so you heard that, and then you go back to this.
Leroy Jenkins.
It's
that takes the soul of it. Yeah.
It has the soul.
Do this. Leroy
Jenkins. It's
Jenkins.
Yeah, it's the Jenkins that just like sells it. It's so good.
Whoops. Ooh, sorry about that.
Yeah, I feel like Leroy had this whole like persona, and then when they added him as a hero card or hero
Just
portrait,
didn't capture it.
Added him in Mercs, like it didn't quite capture the essence the way
the
that
diamond did though. That diamond skin is one of my favorites. in the
running.
game,
Oh,
where
it's
he's
so
running
funny.
When he has the chicken and there's the whelp behind him, and it's so like that. That's like just tap the original Leroy line on that, and you're set. Like
the voice lines are great for not Leroy Jenkins. It's just the fact that they attach Leroy Jenkins to it that it just doesn't match.
The hero looks older, which makes the more adolescent sounding voice feel stranger.
That's the thing. They give him like gray hair and a gray beard, and then it sounded like a teenager.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Confusing. It's very confusing.
I've always said I'll get ahead. Amazed and dazed.
Oh, I love that
Thank you.
one.
'Tis true. Tonight I ride with greatest pride. I've always said I'll get ahead. An error? What terror? I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, whenever it's in game, it has kind of like an ethereal effect added to it that they added it later. So I think Hearth SFX has like the original voice line before they added the like, just the effects to it.
Yeah, they must have.
But
I
an
see
error
you
what
have your
terrors.
uses.
Really
The
good.
queen sees you. Astonishing! Sacrifices are always required in the name of glorious pursuits.
Wow.
Aren't you impressive? Aren't you impressive?
That one's pretty
good
rude.
BM. That's
Aren't
super
you
BM.
impressive?
That goes on the list, I think.
Yeah, what's that one?
It's Queen Ashara's well played. Aren't
Ashara's
you
pretty
impressive?
good. She's a pretty
I
good
will
one.
overlook that. Dreadfully sorry.
That's pretty funny.
I wish there were more good mage decks in Wild, because they've just been throwing out banger after banger mage skin. And it's like I want to use these, but I also don't want to play Quest Mage.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear. Oh, hello. How magnificent. This world has enough heroes. You are so very clever. A little mistake. I should apologize for that.
Little
I
mistake.
appreciate that.
That's pretty good.
Ah, hello there. Hello yourself, Guardian. That's
God.
incredible. Nothing can stop me. Nothing.
I'm all the way up.
That was folly.
No, that's a classic. That was Folly.
That was Folly is
That was
pretty
folly.
good. I think that one should go on the list. I don't know how high up, but it's on the list.
It's
definitely
Maybe a
decent.
C.
The original.
Yeah, like
Eve.
middle of the road.
But
Eve
yeah,
was good.
It's
There's just so many.
I think that was the first time I spent money on a skin.
Oh yeah.
Was Medivh or what's his name for Warrior?
They were like some of the first, right? It was
Bronzebeard.
Medivh, it was Magni. and
Magni,
then
yeah.
It was Illyria.
Yeah,
Those were like
that
three of the
Windrunner.
first. That might have been the very first skins.
The
if I
two,
recall
yeah, the
correctly.
two first skins were Magni and Illyria. Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
playing Magni when I was playing Pirate Warrior because nobody knew
Right?
you were playing Pirate Warrior because that was more of a because it's got the cool armor up, ting, right? Like it's got the hammer that like hits your hero power.
That's a cool one.
And so you would think that you're going to be hitting that button, but no.
I remember the whole reason
Hitting
I
you.
got Magni was because like Gold Garrosh was like one of the coolest like launch things.
The flames.
The flames, yeah. And I was like,
So good.
I love playing Control Warrior, like, and this is like classic Hearthstone. But it obviously Control Warrior takes forever to get your 500 wins with. So I bought the Magni purely because I wanted it to be animated, and it was taking too long to get 500 wins.
When you buy it, is your hero power still plain though?
It is.
Yeah,
I want the
yeah.
hero to be animated.
Yeah.
You
That's so funny.
stand before King Rastakhan. Ah! You fight well. I am finished. Thank you. Welcome. You may bow before throw off my groove.
Do not throw off my groove.
How can this be?
That one's good.
Tremble before me.
Do not throw off
These
my
things happen.
These things happen.
Things happen.
That one's just kind of nice, actually. These things happen. We all screw up.
Forget about it.
Which one of my absolute favorites was Magni's concede.
Oh, you got me.
You got me. Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard that one too many times.
These are great. We could do this. The problem is we could do this for like hours and hours and hours. All right, let's
Wait,
see.
literally. Like what? It's like
Thank you.
it's over 200 heroes.
Oh, yourself.
If there's like 20 for each class.
Beard.
That's the one.
That's a good one. Huh?
Yeah, by my beard is
Beard.
Mhm. By my beard.
Feel the
genuine
fury
surprise.
Of the mountain. Well played. That's not right. I'm so sorry, friend.
By my beard.
Yeah, they're just they do a great job with it, and they've really ramped up. Like, I mean, there's so many skins for Hearthstone nowadays. I'm so happy we finally got that feature where you can select a few and cycle through them. Because, like,
Yeah.
how do you pick? Like, especially if you've been like picking them up for a while, it's like it's hard.
Which one, Schmoopy? Kel'Thuzad. All right, let me scroll back up. There's so many.
And then they have, like Schmoopy's mentioning the specific
Kel'Thuzad?
interactions.
There's two.
Oh
now.
yeah, maybe the old.
You hold so much promise. You're still on the wrong side, Jaina. So you are still fighting.
Oh, here we go.
So the new
Your
Kel'Thuzad.
soul is bound to me now.
The new Kel'Thuzad, when you play Frost Nova, is the one he's talking about.
Try to be patient.
Oh man,
Sorry.
that's so BM in the context of freezing your opponent's
Try
board.
to be patient.
Oh, right. That is super rude.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Snowfall Guardian, then try to be patient.
And the funny thing is, that's not even like.
Or
I
is-
love how they.
Or is that
designed
mage?
that.
No, that's mage.
That's mage.
Yeah.
It's Mage.
That'd be
For,
worse
like-
if it was Shaman. I'd be way more angry, actually.
That's not even a standard card. Like that's a wild only card. I know because I was playing a wild freeze mage in casual, and it's just it's
Try
so
to be
cool that they do
patient.
that.
Freeze their board. Wow, that's so rude.
It's so rude.
Oh, you could play it in Classic.
You could. This
Yeah.
is true. OG freeze mage, a deck I miss very very much. I mean, hey, OG Alex. Now she's dealing 25 damage if you think about it with all these Renathal decks.
Yeah.
A little bit of a buff.
I will never serve. You have my esteem. Welcome, champion.
You have my
I
gratitude.
am no champion of yours. Power worth hungering for. It
This
is
is a new
so
self, right?
interesting to see what becomes of one's rivals. Such skill in one like you. How odd.
Such skills, kind of
I am
rude.
sorry.
And one like you.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah. I love that they do the individual lines for some of the cards. It's so cool.
Such kindness is rare. How majestic. The cold can be bitter, and so can I. That was
pretty clever.
strange.
Okay, that one goes on the list. That one
That
goes on the
was
list.
strange.
That's deserving.
He doesn't even know what to say. That was strange.
You'll have to do that one, Nick, because I don't know where we are. I was looking up. Schmoopy mentioned new Liadrins, well played.
I do love your little diversions.
That's pretty good too.
It is, right? Like you're versing an aggro deck or something, and they're just like throwing out little minions. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Just keep
I
playing
do
those.
love your little diversions.
Don't worry, I'll remove those. It's fine. That was strange.
That's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's just so you hear the fake surprise and they're really hard.
But When I say that at work, people that have played the game know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, no matter when they played the game, that it's just always been there.
Wow.
I have friends at work that haven't played the game in like 4 or 5 years, and they know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Classic.
it's really iconic. That's a very iconic one for sure.
So some of the sounds are actually really cool. I was thinking at one point we would get around to doing we need to do like what do you call them? Like little intro thing. We thought like that one for the news the other day. It's time for the news. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
But I thought like, hey, when we do like a weekly challenge or something like that, there's a couple here that would be really good for that sort of thing. Or when we were I had these set aside. Oh, and for the lore also. For the lore, here's just as a little diversion because I have these saved for later. But let me pull them up here.
I do love your little diversions.
Class is in session.
Yeah,
so,
that would be a great lore one.
So there's one.
Here for a lesson? I'll be the teacher today.
Knowledge is power.
Learn from this.
May we learn much together.
Let me tell you a story.
I am ready to learn.
Trees are so good. Like she's
Study
so BS.
the flames.
Yeah.
Now, what shall we study today? This is a teaching moment.
Oh, I can tell you'll have some news stories tonight.
Yeah, right. And then for our weekly challenge, here's a couple.
I challenge you to Makara!
Yeah.
Your petty magics are no challenge. Show me a challenge, and I shall overcome it. Hardly a challenge.
There we go. This is this
and
is.
I will overcome it. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
There's some good ones, right?
Sounds like we got to make some bumpers.
They're a little tuckered out.
That could be like at the end, as we're wrapping up. They're a little tuckered out.
Oh,
it's funny. Nate played that right when I was yawning too.
That's like, so funny.
Oh.
Still half asleep, it seems.
Oh, perfect. That's so perfect.
You know what though? One of my favorite BMs. Here we go.
Mistakes were made.
That's
That's classic.
That's a classic, right?
That's an OG. That's an OG Hearthstone.
I think that's just OG Valera, right?
Palladium?
Let me pull it up on.
I think it is.
Valera. Oops.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, that's OG Valera. The sorry for Warlock was super BM before they got rid of it. Like he sounds so thrilled saying sorry. Just original Gul'dan. Like, ugh. They gotta. Yeah, like sorry. I think that was one of the main reasons they changed it, because people just kept spamming it.
Sorry about that.
My apologies, dear.
Dear.
She's so.
I haven't heard half of these.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, I put that in S.
Classic.
Incredible.
Incredible. Oh yeah, it's always the incredible. Always the incredible. When the pirate rogue spots lethal.
Incredible. Dude, can you do undercover scabs? Oops.
Not my fault.
So I'm putting that in C, but like
I've never heard that one before.
It's so fantastic.
Good. Because a bunch of these, it's like, oh, I don't necessarily love the skin compared to some of the ones I have, so I've just never heard them.
You'll never make it out of here. By my shiny head.
not my fault. I'm only putting in C because it's like BMing yourself.
Not my fault.
Yeah.
Great voice line. Deserves to be on the list.
Yeah.
I knew I could count on you.
I don't want to say too much. You already did. I am shocked. Those who accuse me will regret it. You're putting the pieces together. Who did that? Sorry.
No, she's not.
She's not sorry.
I haven't heard so many of these.
Oh, I'm tickled.
Oh,
How's
is
it
that
going?
Wow.
How's it going? How's it going? Not too bad, I'd say. Look at that. Look at that. You don't want to know how many events I've been kicked out of. Very nice. You're on all the guest lists, aren't you? Sorry
Which
about
Valera
that.
is this?
Oh, I'm tickled.
Golden Party?
Garden Party.
Garden Party?
Oh, okay. I didn't buy that one.
I have all these, but like I never use the emotes like
I
almost ever.
thank you. Greetings
It becomes harder
to you.
when
You will after
Incredible.
tonight.
because I don't want to BM people I know. It's like
right.
I don't know them. It's all fair game, but I don't want to. I don't want someone I know to take it maliciously.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Greetings from the shadows. That's a sight to remember. Stand down or suffer the consequences. I see this isn't your first fight. Every mistake is dangerous. My apologies.
Yeah.
He sounds different too, right? Than or does he? I don't know. I have to listen to
did sound
original
different.
Edwin. Like,
Mhm.
Also, I really wish they gave him the art that he has on the new Edwin card, where he's like masked with the
Yeah.
little thing. Like it feels weird seeing him without the mask.
He looks so just like boyish. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like it doesn't fit what I'm thinking of Edwin.
For Lordaeron, evil will be purged. The battle
Ooh,
is
that's
over.
classic.
You win.
Yeah, those are pretty classic.
You have my gratitude. Hail and well met. Well met indeed. Holy light.
Oh, that
Holy
that one,
that one is
yeah.
there.
Totally
Yeah.
like, yep.
Holy light.
That's
a really good one.
That's on the list. We should actually do all of the original ones if we haven't
that's
already.
that's from Arthas too.
Was that Arthas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
it's
played.
Arthas. Because that's
You
my
are
that was
past
my most
redemption.
Pally hero for
A
so
misstep.
long.
Same.
Well, yeah, because it was bragging rights because you did the
Yeah.
whole
It was sweet.
ice crown stuff.
Heroic,
That
right?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
with all of the
That was
classes.
so cool.
Yeah.
Like I would love for them to do something like that again. I mean,
I-
maybe it's hard without.
It's a badge of
adventures, but
honor, right? Like I remember
Yeah.
getting that
Mhm.
like
It was
first week
difficult
or whatever.
when it came out. Like,
It was hard.
very, very hard.
And they changed stuff after a few days. I can't remember
Did
what
they?
they changed.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
there was some sort of nerf to it that you couldn't do it a certain way anymore.
There was something with I remember you had to beat the Lich King with all the classes, and you had a different disadvantage. And the disadvantage for Priest was you couldn't emote. His hero was silenced. Yeah, that was so good.
I got all the
It was
sound files
the
for that. They're so
hardest
great.
nerf.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like even they knew that's how BM Priest was. Like,
Right?
oh, it's classic.
Thank you.
Yeah, they should do that again because that was one of my favorite things to unlock in the game.
Yeah,
That
it's
was very
really.
fun.
I mean, we have seen them explore a little bit with like the Book of Mercenary stuff, and I know a lot of people really loved that, and I'd love to see more like on the single player side of Hearthstone because there's definitely an audience for it, and something like before where I mean maybe who knows with those rumors about another class, maybe we could have something like it again.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Because I know some people like never touch the solo content.
Oh yeah,
I think
a lot
it's
of
super
people don't.
fun.
Oh yeah.
I've done all of it. I haven't gotten all of the achievements for Phelan, but like I've played through it all. Like it's really fun and
Pretty
back-
extensive from what I understand, right?
What? Sorry.
It's like pretty extensive. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, it's gosh, I want to say like it double digits, like mid 15, 16 levels,
Yeah.
something like that. It's a
Wow.
lot. But
That's
it's a
sweet.
really good story. It's fun too.
My favorite is doing like Guff's story. There's just anything that Guff is in is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. I love Guff.
He's such a I don't know what he's like a lovable oaf. Like
I can't remember his. So like in one of the recent ones I was doing where he's actually like a card in your deck, and his attack sound was hilarious, and I can't remember what it was, but it was so funny, and I wanted just to keep playing his attack. And like I was like drawing out the match so I could keep attacking. It was so funny. Good old Guff.
Great. Yeah, I love
Right in the face.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
It's Dragonstalker Rexar's attack.
Oh, that's right.
In the face.
There we go.
That's yeah. That is right. Because I use him. That's the one with like the big. I forget what it's called, but that's the 1K. Or no, that's the Tavern Pass reward.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's either the Tavern Pass
I think
or the
it's the
Tavern
Pass.
Regular.
Or the regular. That's it. I couldn't think of the name for. Yeah. That's a great one.
All right. I mean, we could go through these forever. Is there any other, like, I mean, as much as I want to be here all night doing this, we probably should call it relatively soon.
Okay, so probably our last thing at that point, now that we've gotten a decent, population in our list, is to see if we need to reorder anything.
Oh, I'm sure we
move
probably
anything
will.
up to S, A, B, or C. Right now only has not my fault.
Not my fault.
There's so many. At some
it's just hard to get through them all.
There's too many. These are the memorable.
Let's look at the S tier and see which one do you think should be at the top of the S tier out of these. So we've got That's Incredible, Astonishing, Extraordinary.
I think.
Wow.
I think that
I Will Pray for You, Yo ho ho, and Delightful.
It's either I Will Pray for You or Delightful.
Oh,
for me.
did we
by
miss?
far my favorites.
Yeah, last call. Did we miss any before we? Schmoopy says Tamsin hero card. Well done, Cretan. All right, hold on.
That's a pretty BM one.
Yeah,
that's a very BM one.
Let me. The hero cards were. Yeah, we didn't get any of those because they didn't show up on that list. Hold on, let me see here.
You know nothing of death. Allow me to and die.
Should be well played.
Shrivel and die.
Wow.
You haven't heard the last of me. I must hasten.
Wait, here we go.
To think you're actually useful. I care not for pleasantries. I've seen death twice, but not that. I will rid you of your body. Well done, Cretan.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Cretan.
I've heard that one a lot.
That is so BM.
Well done, Cretan.
I think that's an S tier.
That
it's
was
just so rude.
Intentional.
That's also pretty good.
Wow.
You know what you're doing?
Well,
this is why they don't want auto squelch in the game. They're so good.
What is that Tamsin's name? I can't.
It's Dreadlich Tamsin. Yeah, it's her. Well played.
Yeah,
I do think I agree. By the way, with Arimorn, they should make Tyrion into a hero. Like totally, right?
Yeah. How is he not a hero yet? Like that's kind of crazy. Also, like we're at what Nimsy number 8 now or something. Like where are all the warlocks? Give us more warlocks, please.
Yeah.
I really like the most recent Nimsy and a few of the other ones, but you're right. We've seen so many of them.
Yeah, like she's great, and I know there's definitely a market for it. A lot of people like her, but like, when is the last time we got a Gul'dan skin? Like, I can't think of it. Like,
I think it was the Noble Garden.
Yeah, the
Easter analog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see. I am more than that. Just like I want to see like there's so many things they could do for warlocks.
There's a ton that they could do. I'm surprised.
I'm sure Goliath the Dwarf could give us a massive list of warlocks.
They could put like Kil'jaeden in, or some of the.
I would buy that so fast. I remember back in the day, well before diamond cards were a real thing. Someone did like a mock-up on Reddit or somewhere of a Kil'jaeden card, but with like kind of like the diamond with like the extended outside the frame. It was so cool.
I saw it.
So was your face.
Yeah. Easy.
So, looking at ordering the S tier, I really I agree that I will pray for you and delightful are way up there, but for me, I think that the classic Anduin Wren, wow, is just like top, top.
I think I agree with Sheep on this one. I think WoW has to be. It just has to be at the top. It's the most annoying.
Wow. Yeah, it's really iconic too. Like that's the one almost every Hearthstone player has heard at some point or another.
Is that it on the screen, zombies? I don't know if you can see it.
Let me.
I can put
see.
it. I can put it in.
Yeah. That's it.
Right?
Oh man, you're taking me back. It was so cool, and this was like.
This was really
early
old,
Hearthstone. Like this was like the first year or two. It was so cool, and I think people really liked it. So I think the Sam guy followed up with like a bunch of other like really iconic characters with a similar thing. It was just sick. I loved everything about this.
They should do these instead of the diamond cards. Like, how cool is that? It'd be just
they've gotten better with the diamonds, and I don't know if maybe you guys talked about this when it was more relevant, but one of the people involved with like the creating process of the diamonds actually did I don't know if it was I think it was a Reddit AMA like a couple months ago or something, talking about like and answering questions about the cards and their process and whatnot. It was pretty cool to see.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard about that. That sounds that's incredible.
Yeah. It's definitely worth Googling if you're interested, because like he even talks about how like they felt like I know a lot of people felt this way with was the Varian one. A lot of people felt it was a bit too like there was a little too much going on with it.
Yeah, because he was
just like flailing these swords around and stuff.
Yeah,
and whatnot. But it was pretty insightful. Yeah, exactly.
I want a diamond sheep card doing that.
Yeah, right. I'd pay good money for that.
Yeah, I agree with you though, zombies. Like they've hit a really good sweet spot where it's like epic and like animated, but it's not just kind of like flailing about.
Yeah, it's like there's purpose to it. It's not just like animated for the sake of being animated. That's one of the things I love about a lot of the mercenary skins, especially a bunch of the old gods we've gotten and whatnot. Like, and that's one thing. Like I know Mercs can be a little controversial depending who you ask, for good reasons. But the one thing I've yet to see anyone disagree with is like, damn if they don't have some really pretty skins, and those diamonds are just like,
agreed.
I kept thinking that like, and of course my prediction was wrong, but I was like, look, these diamonds from Mercs are incredible. Why wouldn't they bring them into Hearthstone? Like they've done the animations, like N'Zoth and all the old gods. Like, just bring them in. The art is ready.
It's there. It's so cool, right? And like people would love to use these cards, and they're very iconic. And some of them, I mean, it's been a little while, but like some of these are still like playable cards, right? Like people if you print a diamond Yogg or a diamond N'Zoth, you better believe people are going to be throwing that into their wild decks to mess around with it.
My Leroy Jenkins was doing like that thing. It's going back in the deck, right? Like I don't even care.
We need Smite. We're running Leroy now,
right? We're back to Leroy.
You just play that, and your opponent just goes,
"That's incredible."
Hey, I'm looking at your original list here, Sheep, just to make sure we didn't forget any. And there's a couple that I wanted to add. I know it's kind of late, but the Lunara, like that was wild. Is one of it. And then
I love that one.
Suranoyo's.
Yeah, like that one in particular. The other ones are good, but that one's the most BM one. That Suranoyo's wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, it's just so elongated.
I
love Suranoyo. I insta bought that one. So good. I think it came when what was the card that summoned the Anoyotrons?
Giggling inventor.
Giggling,
Yeah.
yes. Oh man, I was giggling like a maniac when that card came out, and just yelling hello. Oh yeah. It was. I loved that card. Unnerved giggling inventor.
I was
they
sad
killed
because
it. It went 7 mana.
You remember?
I think they put it back to 6, but
they
not
put it down
5.
to 6.
They were like,
five,
"We'll
yeah.
meet you halfway," but it's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, even 5 now, it may see a tiny bit of play, but it wouldn't be
Not like it was. Yeah,
even an 8th as ubiquitous as it was. Yeah.
No. Like Quest Rogue has moved on. Now you're completing the quest on 5 or 4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do it so fast.
It's I'm a Quest Rogue enthusiast. I won't apologize.
Oh, it was
I got it in all gold.
Nice.
Glorious.
And terrible with Theotar in the meta, unfortunately, because you complete your quest on 5 and then Theotar, boom,
man.
mine now.
Oh, that's a nightmare fuel right there. Just getting your quest Theo'd. It's only you're only allowed to do that to quest mage because they deserve it.
I did that to a quest mage with my even shaman the other day, and it felt so good.
How do we not have glorious and terrible on here?
How do you
really?
have that?
Did we skip that one?
That's like one of our favorites.
I think we take it for granted because we say it all the time.
Right?
I think so too. I'm dropping that straight into S.
Yeah,
it's S tier. I mean, it's just so good. N'Zoth is like, it's very hard. I don't know if there's ever going to be a warlock that tops N'Zoth for me. It's like my favorite.
Probably not.
He's just so good, and like, they gave an old god a hero skin. Like, give us more.
I know.
Be a Yogg hero. I'd play
Right?
that so much.
I would play Cthulhu pretty much anything.
Yeah. Oh, and you can play a bad Mimi Cthulhu deck with Cthulhu in it. Like, I still have all my. I had a.
Its hero power would have to look like shooting the things.
Yeah, like blasting with the. It would be so cool.
I guess it would have to be a mage then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be a mage, but it'd be so fitting. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Hey, that's right. I still think that they should do, also the diamond cards. They just like, it's just such a waste of assets. I hate that they've done all the artwork and now it's just sitting there in Mercs, and I love Mercs, but like,
unless that's
it's
on
unutilized.
Purpose. You want to see that stuff? You got to play that mode.
Yeah, it feels like they do kind of do that in a way. It's like, and that's one thing that's really surprised me, that they've put so much, like, it's kind of staggering how much original art they have in Mercenaries, because every character has 3 different skins.
Right.
And
I know some of them have even more, right?
Ton.
Yeah.
No, I think there are so there are a few that they've added a 4th skin to, like, retroactively, and some of those
Zyrella was so cool.
Yeah. That one's really neat. And there's some more that are in the game files, but you can't use them yet. But we know they're there because you can see them in PvE. Like, Cariel has one where she's like riding a horse. I'm pretty sure they're BG skins. I think the Tavern Pass one from Sunken City for Murgle is in there. Like, they added them, but it's clear they're going to give us a way to get them eventually. But we just don't know when that's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Because they gave people some free ones for, like, if you'd played Mercenaries at all, they were just like, here, have a Tyrande, a Zyrella, and a Millhouse.
I noticed that I had a bunch of skins because I hadn't played in a while. And I went and it said new over a bunch of my Mercenaries. And I went, where'd all these come from?
Yeah. Oh, the kitty.
He's up on the shelf, right? Like, he's going to either fall down or break something.
I smiled for the photo. I don't know if you can.
I didn't.
For those of you listening, my cat is like on the shelf right above the computers, and he's really big.
Can you put it on the screen?
Oh yeah. So I took a picture of him, and I was sitting pointing the picture at the monitors here, and everyone on screen smiled. It's pretty funny. Okay. let me.
I couldn't help it. You pointed a camera at me.
Yep,
it was a reflex.
Yep, natural instinct.
Y'all, I think, are kind of, the bottom is cut off.
We're not special enough zombies. I'm sorry.
But it was good.
Yeah, it was funny.
There's the kitty.
Sorry, he's sitting on the shelf like above the computer monitors here.
How does one cat get up there without knocking over everything?
He had to
Cats
jump.
are mysterious creatures.
I don't know. He jumped off up the little like ledge and then on my son's desk and climbed over and then jumped onto the shelves. And then what he'll do now is he'll jump down from up here onto my desk and the whole thing will shake.
Well, it's a good,
Terrible.
Yeah, right.
It's good stress test for your shelf. Apparently, it's very well secured to the wall.
Yeah. I used anchors. Cat cam win. Yeah, we should get that back, huh? Come here, cat.
Yeah, cats are known for gravity checking things. Just did not know that extended to the shelves themselves.
Kitty. Oh, he's a big boy. Look at him.
In the picture, the cat looks so small, but now on camera, he looks well fed.
Mm-hmm. He's
hale and well fed.
That big. It's a big cat.
Hale and well fed.
Look at that! Wow, I didn't know. Like most of the people I've known, their cats are just like tinier. Like that's like almost like a small dog.
He's a big boy.
Hail and well met.
Yeah, my cat's mini.
So his sister is a lot smaller. She's right next to me.
Hey, got all the cats hanging out.
There we go. A little smaller.
I opened the door, but my cats are typically right there. But
we've turned into born to be cat.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
I'd go grab the puppy, but he'd probably destroy half of my room.
Knock over your shelf, your magic cards,
everything. He's a menace. Like sometimes he's only 6 months, so we're still like getting him used to being around the house and stuff on his own. And like I'll hear him sometimes. You can hear his tail thumping against the door and stuff. And he just runs into stuff. Like he doesn't care. It doesn't hurt him. He just like bonks right into the wall, the door. He just does not care.
I love the little cat legs sticking straight out.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Grab your microphone.
So I'm 6 foot tall. She is longer than my torso.
Wow.
Holy.
Long cat. It's like
you are the biggest sheep I've ever seen.
It's like I don't know if you've seen the what was it, the Gigantamax Meowth, where he's just all like middle
all torso.
Yeah, he's all torso. It's so long, a long cat.
Long cat.
It's great. It's really great.
So the tier list.
Well, cats are tier S, clearly.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Isn't there's a cat skin, right? There's like Kitty Illidan or something.
It's for there's cat skins for a couple of them. There's
Saber Tender Illidan. He has all these cats on him.
There's speaking of other game modes, I wish that like some of the Battlegrounds skins are so cool. I wish that we could get them.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, like I can't remember off the top of my head, but there've been a few. There was one for who is it? Tess. That is sick. And I'm like, I want that as a rogue skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tess is awesome. We don't have her as a rogue skin. Like, just give it to me. Like, and now they're doing animated BG skins or whatever, so maybe it's more feasible. Who knows? Like, because I feel like that was one of the problems before, was like the BG skins weren't animated and all the constructed ones are. So it's like because it looks a little weird. Like, I don't know if you've looked at the free Merc skins. I think I talked to you about this the other night, Nate, where it's like when you look at it and then you're looking at one of the other ones with the animations, it's like it feels like something's off, that there's nothing going on there. And one of them is a hero portrait. It's Tyrande. Like, that's an animated hero skin. I don't know why they didn't put an animation on it.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre because the animation's done. Like it's
it's like not more work. It's in the game.
Honestly, so many of the new BG's ones in particular, like I just wish we had them in constructed too.
Yeah.
Mostly the Rokara one. The Rokara one is just like,
oh, that one's sick. I've seen that one.
Give that to us and constructed. I wants it.
Sheep, do you still have the Hearth SFX open?
I do.
Could you click on the Saber Tender Illidan on Threaten?
This would be a lot easier if there were kittens climbing on you!
That's perfect.
Oh, by the way,
Perfect.
zombies. I found my custom Chi-Ji skin.
Oh, did you? Oh, I want to see
Yes, I
this.
love that.
We were talking about this the other night.
It's so funny.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, yes. That's fantastic. I need it. Blizzard, if you're listening, put it in the game.
It's so,
honestly, it's an improvement over the mid Chi-Ji skin anyway.
It is.
Oh gosh. Anyways, well, we should probably kind of maybe wrap it up. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun, but
we could post the tier list.
We'll share it later. I mean, I just wanted to make it because it was, well, number one, shout out to Arkham Cookie because it was his idea. But thank you. It was fun to goof around with. There's no way that we can really probably do a
literally 200. It's impossible.
There's too many.
Yeah.
There's way too many, but
just the best of even the ones that we hit where
I'm sure there's a couple gems we'd forgotten about. If we missed any, let us know.
Right.
Yeah.
This is definitely just our first pass, not gonna lie, because
we have to do we'll have to do more of this stuff, right? It's too much fun.
Oh yeah. It is glorious and terrible.
Right.
True.
All right. Well, before we go, we do have a weekly listener challenge, especially the one from last week was pretty fun.
Yeah, because we had old host of the show, Craig of Canada, on as a special guest. It was a great time. If you guys have not heard the episode, go back 2 shows and listen to the one with Craig of Canada and his glorious return. And once again, congratulations for hitting legend on your first month back, Craig. In honor of having Craig on the show, we had a couple options for him to choose from. And he chose for last week's challenge to build a custom Craig of Canada card. And he picked this one. He's said something along the lines of he's not super egotistical. However, he wanted to see a Craig card. So our winner that we've chosen, and if I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's Ray Gun or Raw Gun.
I think it's Ray Gun.
I think it's Ray Gun as well. But it's kind of funny when you just read names all day long and then you have to actually say it out loud at some point. Yeah. But Ray Gun took some art from a lot of our YouTube videos and songs and stuff and put together this amazing, legendary 6'7" Craig Canada's Voice is what the card is called. Battle Cry, give both players a random incredible song. And there's 4 options to choose from, and like I said, they clipped art from some of the YouTube videos. And the first one is a warrior, Doctor, and in brackets Boom,
Dr. Boom,
Dr. Boom.
And if you've listened to these songs, it's so funny. And it reads, add Dr. Boom, Dr. Boom Mad Genius, and Blastmaster Boom into your hand. The first one costs 1.
That is incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And then so we've got a priest one is Can't Be Chained. And it's also 2 mana. They're all 2 mana. And it reads, enter shadow form. Your hero power costs 0 this turn. Whenever you play a spell, refresh it. So it's kind of like a Anduin / Raza effect in a different way of doing it. And then we have I have a Reno Jackson. Is this neutral? It looks neutral to me.
Yeah.
So.
Add Reno Jackson to your hand. Your deck counts as having no duplicates this game. So you don't need to have a singleton deck. So that's pretty cool. I have a Reno Jackson. And then we have a Demon Hunter last one. I love the art on this one.
That one's so good.
I did the art for that. That was pretty fun.
It's so good. My Demon Hunt. Summon a random demon, equip Warglaives of Azeroth, and attack it. It sounds like suicide.
Yeah, right?
Oh, these are great, though. These are great. Raygun, congrats. Thank you. Number one, thank you for doing this. You gave us a good chuckle, and congratulations.
Yeah, the art is fantastic. It's really great art. I love how you edited them all in.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig very much appreciates this.
Yes. I sent them over to Craig, so.
Oh, okay. Good.
Each one is so thematic. Like, Raygun just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
His song, the last song that he did, the Queen one? Oh my God.
Perfect. Yeah. By the way, Hydralisk found all of our old archives for Into the Wild shows, and I downloaded all of them. I probably will. I'll try to find a way to put them on the website because we had so many cool guests on. Like, I mean, for 50 episodes in a row, we had a different guest on. And like, so this song here, I wish I had a Reno Jackson. Like, it was when the Wild Open happened and Reno Jackson went to the Wild Open, and then we had him on the show the next week. And like, it was truly an experience. Like it was, like there's a lot of history. And we had Raffle before he was famous and all that stuff. Like there's some good history there. When Craig hit Legend for the first time, when I hit Legend for the first time, like that stuff is all recorded. There's some gems there, and so
I remember just being bummed that I couldn't find them on the internet anywhere. They seem to have completely disappeared off of Spotify, whatever you use. Yeah, and I just started digging, and then eventually I actually found a site that had them. So it only like half of them or whatever that I could find.
Yeah, you found
up
some
to 30. It was like 1 to 30 or something like that.
You found some, and then I found more. So I have the first 52 episodes. So it's 1 year's worth of episodes. But we had some pretty cool. We had Concerned Mom. We had Get Me Out. We had Jonah Raw, Danny Donuts.
Yeah, that's some real history. That's like some wild format history right there.
We had Eve Martin, Ridiculous Hat. We had Watchmen from Villains Chosen. We had Slizzle. We had Rod and Adam from Tier 5. Jellycat, Shocky, Reno Jackson, Taylor Eve, Wildcard, Saucy, of course, MTG Squirrel, Dewin, Andrew's Living.
I sent Wildcard the link to his episode, and he was so stoked.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So I have them. I have at least the first 52. We went up to episode 100, but when I left, it was episode 43. The cool thing about this is I got to go through and pull the songs out because there is some amazing songs on the back of these that like we don't have anywhere else, and so I'm so happy to have like captured these. And they're pretty great. There's some good stories behind the songs, and they're either like really good or really cringy or like somewhere in between, but they're so much fun, and I'm happy. So thank you. The other ones I found on our old hosting place. We were with Radio Circus, and they were still hosting them like in the background, so I was able to go through and download them all.
Cool.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're talking about weekly challenges, and we got one for this week too.
We do. So the theme of this show basically is we were going over kind of like the best BM emotes that came from all the heroes. So
That's incredible.
Right? I was thinking, what could we do for a weekly challenge that goes along with that? So I figured the challenge will be create a hero and 6 custom emotes for that hero. And you get bonus points if you actually voice record them and post all the voice lines for the emotes. You do not have to do that. You can put them in text form, that is completely fine. But yes, definite bonus points if you record the audio and we'll
play it on the show. Yeah.
And we will play your clips on the show for your hero that you have made. And we might play more than one, just some of the runners up too, if it just,
if y'all
to play the listeners' heroes.
You know what? I mean, it
delightful.
It depends how many we get, but I would be more than happy to make time to like play as many as possible. Like if anyone's willing to record them, I would love to play them on the show. That would be great. That would
Agreed.
That would be delightful.
I would love audience participation on this one, like listener participation, just as many as possible. We may not play them all, but it sounds like this one is a real hoot.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Yeah, so the way these normally work is that you would have to like take screenshots and stuff, like in-game stuff. So this is a little bit different, but still you go in our Discord, we've got a weekly challenges channel, and that's where you would post the stuff. And then we'll pull it from we'll take a look, we'll vote amongst the 3 or 4 of us. We'll have to loop in zombies. It's too much fun. You've been part of this, so we'll have to have you help us vote.
Yeah, is there, how we do the custom cards? Does that site have the ability for the custom heroes?
It does. I think so.
I think they do.
We usually use Hearth cards.
They're pretty good. You can make mercs on there too. We've done some contests like that.
If it's possible to do it on there, then you can do it on there. If not,
you can. Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Hearth cards, make a custom hero, and then either just text your voice lines in text, or send those recordings in, put them in the weekly challenges channel, and then the winner will be announced on next week's show and will receive
astonishing
2 Hearthstone packs on us and be immortalized in the Hall of Fame on the Born to Be Wild website. So let's go. Let's see what you guys got. I'm excited. I know we definitely have a lot of creative people in the community.
Oh gosh, that would be so great. I really want this to happen. I'll make as much time as we need for it. So yeah, that'd be awesome.
Listen up, you lily-littered hornswagger!
That's great.
Yeah.
What
I'd even be willing to extend this one to get the most hits on this as possible.
Here, I have a good one right here.
Oh yeah.
Is that the Kool-Aid Man skin?
Oh yeah.
That was myself and Sheep
and myself. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And by I mean.
Oh yeah.
We could do, you could make a Electric Sheep City skin, and it would say,
this is the way.
And it would say,
oh yeah.
And it would say, that's more than 2. And it would say, so's your face. And what else?
So is your face would be threatened. So is your face.
And we can make
now you can't do that one because we stole the idea,
right?
Well, I mean, you can still do it.
It depends on the implementation. Like if you do a really good job, it could still win. Just saying.
Oh man.
Okay. So there's a Hydralisk one, and it says,
I made a stinky.
I'm sorry, no, I picked the wrong one.
I made a stinky.
And it would.
I made it. That's oops.
Yeah, and then it would go.
It's like a threaten.
Or just the entrance voice line,
right? You can make it that. You can make a Nate one, and it'll say "Welcome, welcome, welcome."
The concede. Wiser words have never been spoken.
Oh god! All right,
I want to see these.
That Murloc sound effect you guys had. I don't know who did it.
Altino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sheep's wow could be buddy.
Oh, I want to do this so bad now. This is great.
Great idea.
So is your face.
That was a great idea. Your face was a great idea. Thank you to Zombie's mother for your face.
Right?
I'll pass along the compliments.
Zombies, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It was really fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks
we
for
hang
having me.
out in the Discord all the time, but it's great to have you on the show. And
Zombies go mama.
Go mom.
Hey, before you go, do you want to tell everyone where they can find your stream and your podcast and all that stuff? I want to make sure that we get those links in. So
Yeah. So I do mostly daily YouTube stuff. I've been on that grind since just a little bit, like a week after Mercs came out last October. So we're coming up on a year, which is kind of crazy. And if anyone didn't know, I do this full time for now. It's been quite a ride, but it's been really fun. So that's youtube.com/ZombiesGoNomNom. Zombies with an S. That's pretty much what I use everywhere except Twitch. Because somebody stole it out from under me before I was on there. So it's Zombies with a Z. Hey, I just need to get that to that clout level where they let you change your name, like Corbett and a few others have been able to change it. So one day we'll get it changed. But Zombies with a Z at the end. Go Nom Nom over on Twitch. Stream pretty regularly. YouTube's kind of the focus, but I'm trying to do more streams. It's really fun. And like Nate mentioned, I do a Mercenaries podcast. We do that almost every week or so. We're actually taking a break week this week because my other co-hosts were a little busy. So I was really happy when Nate hit me up because it kind of worked out really great. And it's been really fun. Thanks for having me so much. That's on all podcasting platforms. The Fighting Pit. You can find it at Spotify, Apple, RSS feed, all that jazz. And we have a Twitter account specifically for that at the Fighting Pit, or I think it's actually at Fighting Pit. There's no the. But yeah, that's where you can find me, all my stuff. If you have any interest in Mercenaries, we've got a new player guide coming up kind of soon. Nice. And we have a big drop coming. It's basically like an expansion for Mercs. They drop with the mini set, so probably early October. So it's a good time as any to get into it. So if it sounds interesting to you, that's where you can find me.
Very cool.
I just followed the Fighting Pit podcast at Fighting Pit.
Very cool. Awesome. We will post all of your socials and stuff in the show notes as well. So if people, if you don't want to look them up or type them in, check out our show notes that are included on our website and everywhere else with the YouTube and all the podcast stuff. And we'll have all the direct links. So yeah, big fan of your work there. And I am super impressed by the way that you've been able to go to full-time content creation, because that's a difficult thing to do. And so I'm pulling for you. And I want to say I'm proud of you, but I'm also pulling for you. It's just really cool. And so keep it up. Love your work. And yeah, before we go, I do have to ask you a quick question though. So I am a little bit of a horror movie aficionado, actually. Okay. So because your name is ZombiesGoNomNom, I want to ask you, can you give me a zombie movie recommendation, like a good one? I'm looking for it's funny because I've watched like hundreds of movies, maybe thousands, and not like a super huge fan of the zombie theme, actually, usually. But I've seen a couple really good ones, but I would love to get a recommendation for a good zombie movie.
So I'm not the biggest horror aficionado, but I mean, and you've probably already seen this one, but definitely a favorite of mine is 28 Days Later.
Oh my God, you picked mine. That is the best zombie movie I have ever seen.
It's so good.
I'm not even joking. Like I've seen a bunch of them, and that one by far is like, all right, I'm sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder. Continue. I'll say that later.
No, but it's kind of funny. Where the name originally comes from was I used to play a lot of what was it, like Xbox 360 with my buddies in middle school and high school, and it all started with Sheep knows. It started with Nazi zombies. Like that was my jam. I played that with my friends all the time. It was a fun just kind of survival type thing, and I loved that, and I played so much of it, and I loved it so much I decided to just use that for my tag on everything, and people just found it really funny and they really liked it. So I'm just stuck with it. I probably had it for like a decade now.
I can't believe we forgot to ask you how you got your name at the beginning of the show.
That was I was thinking about asking it as like the follow. That was going to be the follow-up question, believe it or not. Was the like, how did you come up with your name? And so every time we've had a guest on the show, we used to do these interviews, right? We would do an interview. Mm-hmm. Hey, how long you been playing? What's your favorite deck type? When you hit legend? But the number one question was always, how did you come up with your username? Because there's there's many times a funny story behind it, whether it's like, it's what I was eating at the time, it's what I was playing at the time. And sometimes there's some really funny ones. Slizzles is quite creative. Swagwars is pretty funny when you hear his like original name they used to use before Swagwar.
Oh, really?
Which I don't think I can probably say on the show.
Yeah.
I'll have to go ask him about that after the show.
I don't remember what it is offhand, but it was hilarious. And
I think you can just go back and listen to the episode because I'm pretty sure he said it.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
It's great. It was great.
Can't confirm.
So we but no, so I was gonna ask you though, but you beat me to it.
No, that's great. Yeah, no, that's the lore. I don't know if I've ever actually like mentioned that anywhere. People really just liked it, and I've always just really liked it. It felt really. I've had a few before it, but none of them were as good, and I never liked any of them as much as this. So it's stuck for a really long time.
Nice. Well, wiser words are never spoken, and you heard that on
More to be wild.